Alright guys, we are back. Map number 2 going live. Publiclir versus FM eSports. We're on Mirage. Publiclir opting to start on that CT side. It was their decision, as this is FM eSports' map choice, and it looks like FM eSports looking for a B split here. They've got a smoke grenade out mid, and that's actually a nice bit of a... I don't know if he was working it as a one-way there, but nonetheless providing some aggression in mid, but jumping into this B bomb site now. They've got one player at van on the CT side. Zitty goes down. They've got a boosted player, though, and he hasn't been spotted yet. He's going to get one. That's experience. Wow, still alive inside a site, and they still haven't spotted him out. Finally, he drops down and gets a second one for his effort. My guess will connect onto him, but the bomb's still yet to be planted. Downey and Lincoln are going to be flanking up from apartments here. My guess from Van, and actually playing this very, very slow. The T is just waiting for the CTs to actually make some noise and make some movement. So this is not a bad idea, but Lincoln finds the better of one. My guess will connect, though, onto 2 with his Tech 9. A 3K on the round, and FM eSports able to make it work.
Experience did a great job of delaying them, although he probably could have gotten more than just 2. But yeah. That was actually a great hold by FM eSports, not to move around too much, just hold, wait for some rotates, figure out where they are, and then reassess the situation once they know where the counter-terrorists are rotating from. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and I feel like experience, wow, that position is good, but the only issue with it is that, actually, hold that thought, Zitty is going to be coming up on the flank here from underpass, but my guess finds him. But what I was getting at is that you're kind of leaving the other player in the B bomb site just alone. You're leaving him all by himself, as he can only help as soon as they're actually in sight. So as much as it's a good play in some respects, and that he got some frags, it's very individually orientated. So
yeah, the other player should position himself in a position where he can fall back and not get overwhelmed if you're going to boost someone like that.
And he was playing at Van, but nonetheless, we've got a retake situation, and T's very low. This is doable here. Downey's actually going to jump onto the bomb, and Experience finds a frag. My guess, this nade, not going to do
great
it.
nade.
Downey.
Yeah.
Oof. Just barely gets it without a kid. Wow. Publiclir, come back. Experience with a 4K there. We're kind of talking about that pistol round, as the CTs were able to, make that work for them. So 1-1, FM eSports. That's unfortunate for them in that if you pick up pistol round, especially on a CT-sided map, you really want to get those rounds, at least the 2 thereafter.
Yeah, I mean, this is their pick, though, so I would expect them to have some great set strats with smokes. It actually looks like what they're going to do right now with Tech 9s. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how this plays out as they've got Weber up inside of the Palace. And Windansky will be smoking off. They've got plenty of smokes raining into this A bomb site. We'll see if they're able to make it work. As they've smoked off jungle and top of stairs, they're able to get one in only one for himself. Downey gets one and finds his way back through the smoke. This nade should be, wow, does not end him. Down to 1 HP. I believe that nade did 9, and it exploded beside his head. Counter-Strike nades makes a lot of sense, but nonetheless, bomb does get planted. Cryptics goes down right after as they drop that incendiary. Downey goes down as it's a 1v2. Weber planted for him with a Tech 9 in hand. This is actually doable, as it would be an ace if he can get all these frags in. Flashbang comes in, he dodges it accordingly, as now tested via Zitty. And he's able to get one, now creates a 1v1. Zitty will find the frag, and with enough time to clutch the round, will get the defuse. But huge play there. Weber single-handedly getting 4 frags, and they got that bomb planted. Great round for FM eSports.
Yeah, Weber should have fallen back in, not into the corner, but into the deep apartments. He knew where the other guy was. He knew that the guy had to chase him at that point. All he had to do was waste a couple more seconds. Maybe he was just trying to get out of the line of fire immediately. He was very low. But,
for that, yeah, in the last 1v1, he was trying to jump back towards, deep halls, but luckily for Zitty, it caught him as he was jumping back. So, yeah. Definitely, though, round was over if he made it back there. But now Weber opening up onto Downey, top mid, and we'll find that frag into window room. So already the defense a little bit weakened on the CT side. They're going to have to just bite the bullet and play 2 on either bomb site, or obviously another way to go about it is find some aggression to try and even out the player count once again. But even so, even if you get that 4-on-4, having only 4 CTs on the field, you feel a little bit stretched, as they actually have a nice boost play. Zitty playing from catwalk. He is quite out in the open, but it's an unorthodox angle in that if you peeked from bench, you wouldn't necessarily have your crosshair that high up. So that's what he's kind of playing for at the moment. He's actually rotating off a mid, and with 45 seconds, which bomb site would you like to see them hit? Maybe A with smokes or just a B side execute? As I'm saying that, it looks like it's B, but nonetheless, the question stands.
It looks like B. They don't really have very many smokes. I think they only have 1. So working in A is a much harder thing to do. Plus, they didn't really have any presence over there, so the people could be pushed up in apartments. So I think the B was the right call here.
And Niels gets 1 as they fall into sight. Zitty, though, from Cat finds 3 for himself, and that is a great defense if I've ever seen one. Huge individual play there as they are eventually going to get the bomb planted, but comes out of, wow, huge play by him. He gets the bomb planter as well as Windansky and Arches. And Zitty, big 3K from him. And closing out the round there, the CTs 3-1 as FM. They looked pretty promising there, getting that opening pick. But opting to go to that B bomb site, clearly, Publiclir able to clutch things.
Yeah, once you're down in a 4v5 situation on CT side, I kind of like it, like a semi-aggressive play, just like a peek for information at the ramp, maybe a flash over from a teammate, something like that. Just to, although you're down a player, you could be up in information by doing an aggressive peek like that. Although it worked out for them just holding back. They just chose the wrong side, I guess.
Now Zitty and Experience holding from B, and here comes the B side execute. Blind is Zitty, and he will go down right from the get-go. Experience tasked with holding this off for the rotate. Goes down to that long-distance P250 headshot. Attempt to get that out. Market already contested by the CTs as trying to come in with this retake. Niels goes down to Lincoln, as he's just straight running through, but Lincoln now goes down, and without the help of his teammates, Downey and trying for this retake. Downey goes out as he's trying to play in from Market. Left as the lone player on Arches. Will find Weber inside of apartments, but he's going to go down, and that's going to be a round for FM eSports, able to force their way into that B bomb site. And now, with the amount of frags they've been able to get in these rounds, CT is not able to get a buy-in. Well, I say that.
Wow.
But then we see this. Scout play.
I'm guessing the scouts are going to go towards B and start jump peeking it. I don't know where the second scout's going to really be effective.
Oh, I didn't actually I thought that was actually three scouts. Zitty actually has an op in hand.
Yeah.
So he's going to be playing window room. But the other scouts, Experience goes down early as trying to utilize his pistol at top mid. Lincoln now trying to work as scout at top mid. Windansky still alive and well. Does spot him out, though. Goes down and creates a 4v4 situation. So this could work out. The T's have Cryptics and Mike towards this A bomb site, and they do still have some nades to work, and actually they're just going to be heading up into this bomb site just right now, completely dry. So they're going to find that there's not a lot of players waiting for him, although able to get one shot in as he takes down, actually I think he landed onto Weber as well, so Cryptic and Weber both very, very low. Cryptic, so able to get as he's trying to bounce up and down near CT spawn. Zitty jumps up trying to get a frag, but will get dropped. So this force buy now completely stuffed from FM eSports. They're getting the bomb planted here. Downey with the CZ won't be able to find that bomb planted that he was hoping to find. They will be able to get him down, and we'll see if they're able to get that AWP. Yeah, they get both AWPs. So although T side, I don't know how much you really, it depends on the team how much you want that, but nonetheless, they're going to grab those expensive rifles.
Yeah, I think the dry takes of sites is somewhat underutilized, especially because it slows the rotations of the counter-terrorists. If you can get a dry pick and then use smokes and stuff to smoke off the choke points on retakes, it can actually be an extremely effective strat.
Yeah, certainly, especially if you've provided every time you take A, always smokes 100% of the time, and then there's this kind of like flinch aspect where you're smoking and it creates two different dynamics in that you can be smoking the site and then faking, but as well as if they don't see the smokes, they don't expect to play, and you just go up straight dry. So definitely a lot of mind games to be played, all left in a 1v5 as he's going to go down. FM eSports able to get their 4th, and this is getting into territory where Publiclir need to be a bit worried, as we've seen multiple times, especially with teams that are solid on Mirage on their CT side. You only really need, like, 5 or 6 can be fantastic. 4 is even doable. So the fact that they have 4, 8 rounds in, not too shabby at all.
Yeah, this round is, like, the round for Publiclir. They have every single person at $0 on their team now.
Ziddy's going to get aggressive in underpass here, and it was Thunderfooting a little bit here. Neil's actually missing that pick, and we'll see if Ziddy's able to take advantage of him getting caught off guard. Will take down Neil, so that's a big pickup. Is now heading back towards mid, messes up that flashbang, and that actually could be his opportunity to peek out and get something else done. Windansky, though, peeking down into underpass. Ziddy playing perfectly, though, not peeking out. Finally does peek and gets the better of Windansky. Great frag comes in. Weber, though, opening up towards B apartments as gets one aggressive pick. Weber goes down to Ziddy, though. Ziddy, huge frag, single-handedly doing work in this round, just juking back and forth in underpass one way or another, grabbing frags. Mike S finally able to get one more frag, as they are going to be working their way up mid. But with 40 seconds left on the clock, this is an awkward spot for FM eSports.
Yeah, I mean, they worked mid-control early, but they kind of got surrounded by a bunch of pushes. And so they've been kind of putting out fires all over the place this round.
On almost loses his life as Mike S actually spotted him out, but couldn't get that quick peek in. And Cryptix, though, will be able to spot him out again. Sets up Mike S for that frag, but here we go. Experience, wow, that's going to be the player they're not expecting. From a ramp, and bomb will get set. And Mike S, if you had maybe a split second longer to get that op, just back up to a point where he could get a no-scope off or something, and maybe have gotten experience and creative, an interesting spot, but just wanted to get that bomb plant as, of course, at the very least, you get a lot of money for your team, right?
Yeah, experience actually played that great. Instead of trying to get him before he planted, he let him plant in a way and just worked the retake with his teammate, knowing that they had to get that round for them to have a chance at all. At this point, FM's already has a bank, so getting the bomb plant, it helps them, but it's not a game changer. Publiclir losing that round would have been a complete game changer, or game loser, in a way.
Yeah, so now FM throwing a lot of players towards that B bomb site, or at least initially. They've got Weber actually in one of the most aggressive positions I've ever seen in mid. Let's just put him up on top of the boxes, and he gets 2 frags.
Almost gets a third, too. That's insane.
That's nuts. I wish I could just jump out mid every round and just stand on top of the boxes and king of mid, make it happen. But B-bomb site, Windansky gets experience as Ziddy, only player now close on the rotate. They do have Downey in window room, but opting to save, and
yeah,
this is a rough spot. Yeah, exactly. They really have to hang on to these weapons, as last round was do or die in a lot of senses, like you were stating, and that very crucial for them moving forward. This round could be considered pretty close to as crucial, but them actually getting away with weapons might give them a little bit of a chance moving into that next round.
Oh, Ziddy missing the drone. And he still gets frag.
Yeah, gets Windansky as they're trying to hunt for those weapons. Can't really blame FM, as you can see the money on their side looking pretty damn good. Cryptix able to hang on to that also expensive AWP. You can see the T side, it's more or less been Mike S and Weber just going absolutely ridiculous. Windansky's got some nice picks as they enter the bomb site, but Cryptix and Niels, although their frags probably impact ones in some sort, they have been a little bit quiet. So we'll see if that. Thing is, if you have some quiet players, it definitely on the T side, you can afford to have players that are kind of opening everything up. But as soon as you swap over to that CT side, we'll see if that takes effect. If they're a little bit slow on that CT side as well, as then it kind of creates that opportunity. You can look for those players and kind of execute those sites accordingly.
Yeah, they become like a liability almost.
Yeah, you want to group them up with some of the hotter players, but
Yeah.
able to open up first frag of the round onto Niels, as again, Niels one of those players not able to make things work as of yet, but moving up connector right now. Weber leading that charge. He's got Mike S watching Catwalk as well. And they've got a bit of a triangle of doom inside of connector area, and this is the choke point that the CTs want to catch them in, but they are able to exit out. Oh, though, alive and well from Sandwich, only able to get one in Weber. At least he was able to get one of those high-impact fraggers. Zitty on to Windansky. Going to leave Mike S and Cryptix. So I do expect Mike S to kind of go massive here. Cryptix getting the bomb set, but is very low. I'd like him to kind of get rid of these nades before he inevitably might go down, and that one nade, unfortunately, doesn't hit his mark. He will flash his way out from Firebox, but his position definitely known, and with Mike S going down, it's going to leave Cryptix in a 1v1. That shot comes out from Zitty, and whew, I thought it may have been all she wrote if Zitty didn't get that USB headshot right after. An op frag, or rather op shot, rang out, gave away his position, but running USB headshot. You can get those every once in a while, and he gets it in a good situation for himself.
Yeah, Cryptix, after that op shot, got aggressive, thinking that there was going to be enough time in between shots from the peek out and take out Zitty. It just wasn't the case. He could have instead hid behind the box. He still had one more flash. He could have flashed and peeked with it, something like that. But I mean, you're not really thinking exactly what to do in those situations when it's happening so quick.
Yeah, lots going on, lots to be thought about, and 5-5 now. Score line, Zitty getting aggressive out mid. He might be able to find this frag on a Weber. He does, as Weber was their lone mid player. Niels coming out of the apartments will be able to get Zitty. So that's a big impact frag, but they need to take down experience as well. Mike S looking to find the frag, will be able to get it, but Downey thereafter finding that frag. And Zitty has proven his worth getting those opening frags time and time again.
Yeah, he was playing an angle up there where only the people actually coming out of the door would be able to see him. Anyone jumping out of the window isn't going to be able to help. And so he's actually increasing his chances of getting kills because he's, instead of a 4-on-1 or a 5-on-1, it's a 2-on-1 type of deal. And so he takes out the 2, and then he can switch over and focus on the people who jumped out the window. It's a great individual play.
Yeah, and now we'll see another B-side play, but it is a quarterback sneak where they've got Weber with the bomb in hand, just hanging out in Palace. They just want to provide enough noise, but experience finding them beforehand. And Niels now left with the task to, if he can clean up this player inside of the B bomb site. No, actually, the jig is up already. Weber just tried to go for it, and will get dropped, so no longer is there a surprise tactic. No ace up the sleeve. Niels does have an M4 in hand, so we'll see if he can make this expensive, as any rifles at this point. You can look at the monetary situation for the CT side. They do not have a lot of money, so the fact that he just took down Aw and they've got to rebuy him, that's fantastic for the T side. And with 45 seconds left, has an opportunity to do quite a bit more. There is a very nice angle being held, though, by Lincoln, and there's a bit of a headshot one, but actually, ooh, he does get it through the wall, finishes the frag. Publiclir will be able to hang on, make it 7-5.
I guess Aw didn't hit him at all there, and I feel like if he had, he probably would have killed him. I don't believe that he had armor, so he would have just been able to aim punch him and probably take him out and save his rifle. But instead, Aw gets taken out there. I'm not exactly sure how he doesn't even get a hit on him, holding such a weird angle like that.
I agree. I was a little confused as well. Another A-side take, though, as they've got one lurker in Weber. And when your Weber is one of those two top fraggers, you expect him to open things up fairly soon, or, I don't know, make sure that he's in a good spot for when those rotations start occurring. But here we go. A-side take underway. Mike S, the only one coming in from Palace, and Zitty's going to be forcing him back as that incendiary does come down. Mike S now getting aggressive, drops Zitty. Huge opening into this bomb site, but they do have that quick rotate. Lincoln already here to help from lane box, as I like to call it. Will not be able to, actually gets one for himself. Mike S able to fire back, and this is a great situation for the T side. Downey will be able to find spam through onto Cryptix, so the bomb will not be allowed to set, and they need to have Weber to come up big, and here we go. That's the play they required, and it will actually although that worked out, my guess goes down at the same time. Experience still playing from CT spawn. Weber very close, will grab that bomb, but wow, Experience needed that, and he will be able to get Niels. So it creates a 1v1. Experience down to 23 HP. Certainly Weber, huge advantage, especially now with his bomb set. We'll see how this works out as Weber, again, knows the complete location. Experience just waiting, and Weber finds his head as only a pixel spotted, but that's all he needed. 6-7 now.
Yeah, Ziddy went for an aggressive Halls push there, or peek rather, with the op. And I really like that peek. He just kind of hung around too long and kind of got caught out when they were executing. He was out of position, trying to fall back. He thought he had Molotov'd it off, but the terrorist threw down a smoke in the Molotov and then pushed through his own smoke. Great individual play by that terrorist, but maybe Ziddy should have fallen back a little bit sooner, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Definitely a high-risk play from him. And they were able to punish that on the T side. Ziddy goes down to 7 HP already as trying to get aggressive here in B Apartments. And I'm surprised that they weren't able to get any frags there on that T side. Windansky dropped down to 22 HP as I do believe that was Lincoln that pushed up mid. And can he get these taps in? Fully blind were both Ts. It brings Windansky down to 5 HP, but not. It finally finishes the frag off with that long distance CZ headshot. So a 4v4 comes in. You have 2 players at each bomb site for the CT side, both boosted in this B bomb site. So I like this play.
Like Ziddy's boost there. That's a great peek.
I only was aware of this spot maybe a couple games ago that I casted, and I can't remember who it was, but it honestly worked out super well. He was holding for 2 rotating Ts back into this B bomb site. And yeah, this is an incredible place to hold. Unless they're straight sprinting across, it can be difficult to get shots in. As you can see, he's only able to get pretty much exactly the situation he just found himself in. But if they stop at all, you found yourself in a really good spot. But it's going to be 2 frags either direction. 2v2 is now, my guess, Weber have found their way into the bomb site. Downey, I don't think they realize he's alive and well here. And yeah, he takes down Mike S. Weber with only 7 seconds. Make it 5 as just trying to dance his Downey. 3 seconds left. And I do believe he's going to find his way to the victory. Great play by Downey as he just waits out the time. And he gets the kill onto Weber after the time does go out.
That's a great individual play. Really breaks Weber's money there for the last round. He's not going to be able to get very much.
I still feel like FM has done the damage, and they get that round, it's even more damage. So Publiclir, although that's a huge play for them to get that round, it's required. They had to get that round. And now,
they did.
Last round of the first half, 9-6 or 8-7. The possibilities, Lincoln playing mid in the window. And it won't actually spot anybody. Windansky providing actually does go down right from the get-go as he jumps out. Lincoln tries to jump an underpass and loses his head because of it. Weber now with a huge pickup in that AWP. Downey trying to find him. A leg shot onto Downey. Fortunately for Downey, he's able to get that frag, and he gets a second one before getting dropped. It's going to be Cryptic left in a 1v3, and he will go down to Ziddy. So big frag there, and 9-6 the scoreline. I still think that FM, they're going to be feeling confident moving into their CT side.
Yeah, I actually don't think 9-6 is too bad on this map. It's definitely more even than, let's say, like an Inferno or a Nuke for sure, or even Overpass for that matter, although the new Overpass is somewhat more balanced. But a 9-6 on this map, if you have good executes on the A bomb site and run some fakes, you can really run some great fakes on this, or some splits through mid. You can definitely pick up a few rounds on terrorist side pretty easily, and then, I mean, it becomes down to economy a lot as well.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. We'll see how things play out. Pistol round going to be pretty huge, but before this goes live, I do want to point you guys in the way of Vulcan, one of our new partners here. They do some fantasy eSports stuff, so if you want to be thrown into these pools where you're trying to predict who's going to get what frags, and even to the granularity of which weapon they're going to go with. Lots of stuff there, and if you use the promo code GORGNTV, capital RGN, you can get up to $1,000 matched from whatever you deposit. So certainly check that out. On top of that, Zowie hooking us up with some new gear as well. They'll be providing a bundle for all of our subs in our grand finals, but Publiclir now on their T side. They need to take this pistol round as, well, FM's thinking the same thing, but certainly the scores are close enough that a lot rides on this. Maybe not as much as one kind of team dominating and you looking for a comeback, but FM, if they are able to pick up pistol round, could find their way to 9-9 pretty quickly. And then it's even from then on out. But B-side execute underway. Lincoln leading the charge. They've got a Tech 9 and armor on him as well. So a lot going into his hands. Windansky with the first frag, though. Weber with the second. Mike S with the third. And this is falling apart quickly as Lincoln, like I said, lots of investment in getting that Tech 9 on him. And not able to make anything work. Downey, though, able to get two. That nade will find him, though. The Pokeball puts him to bed.
FM ran a very similar setup on Inferno as well, where they stack a site and then they play the other site very passively, like when Dansky played Apartments alone while they stacked Banana on Inferno. In this one, they stacked the B site and then had two players play passive and A. So once they see people, they can fall back and then retake as a team. And they didn't even really need a retake because they ran into the stack this time, and it obviously worked out for them.
And now Tech 9 armor for the T side. We'll see how this plays out, as it looks like they're going to be maybe pitching towards connector or something. Most of their players, four of their players, coming through underpass, and the bomb kind of rendezvousing through top mid. And Mike S not looking to get peaky at all. They've dropped some of these T's down fairly low. Windansky comes out with a big spray, gets two of them. There's going to be Mike S able to get one as well, but they have found two frags on this T side. Make it three, as it's a 2v2 situation. Downey just tasked with getting the bomb planted, and let's do exactly that, so do at least gain that advantage. But this 2v2, we've seen a lot of crazy things with the Tech 9, so Downey definitely not out of this yet. He can find a head early on. Could cause some madness, but Niels will take him down, and that bomb plant in 3 frags. Although that's not bad, especially on a standard eco, they forced up to win there, and I don't know. What do you think about that? Three frags and a bomb plant. You think nonetheless, is that still all right with the way they forced it?
Yeah, I think they're happy with it. It keeps the team's economy in check. They almost had the round. You know, they're going to go without the armor this time, and I actually prefer that over armored up, if you got like the bomb plant on the first one, right? Because the other team probably will have SMGs, and if you get AK's third round, you're definitely going to be in an advantage. And we saw that in the last map, and I actually prefer that way of doing it over full buying second round.
Yeah, I think that's the traditional way to do things as well. We've just seen a lot of kind of variance in that. Now teams, a lot of them opting to go for the Tech 9 armor, but here comes a big nade. Niels takes down the HP Emoso. I'm excited for that stat at the end of the round here to see how much he actually did, but they are able to get one in Weber. We'll see if, no, I don't think they're going to get a bomb plant. That bomb flew all the way over to Arches, and that's going to be the end of the round here. 268 damage with nades by Niels.
Wow.
That's a stuff if I've ever seen one, as, that's the issue with a B-side rush, where you don't have anything that's kind of, I don't know, maybe if one player goes out before the rest and gets a lot of noise and then they nade in, but still, then the kind of jig is up. I don't know. It doesn't work out with armor, especially if you've got players playing from Arch and can drop those nades in, but 9-9. Like we were saying, that pistol round, huge pickup for FM eSports. Now they find themselves at an even scoreline. Big trade for them out mid as well. They get the better end of things, and the bomb now in a bit of no man's land. The CTs haven't found it. Lincoln actually finding a frag in the A bomb site. He's going to find his way in, but goes down to Niels. So Niels finding his footing here. And we're kind of pointing he was one of those players falling a little bit behind, but now up to 14 frags, 3K thus far in this round. And the first rifle round, certainly, if you're able to pick up those first 3 pistol round and the 2 ecos, or force whatever you kind of encounter thereafter, first rifle round is a huge pickup for the CT side, and we'll see how this B-bomb site is going to be executed upon, because it does look like Weber is going to be tested. Only one there. So it's interesting how they're cheating a player over to the A-bomb site. They're expecting it to be an A-side play. But as we can see, it's not going to be the case, and Weber's going to send some spray. Downey going to 14 HP, and it looks like Weber's going to single-handedly hang onto that bomb site. It was a little bit worrying when he was the only player there, but gets the jump on them and closes the round.
Yeah, I mean, mid control on this map is insanely important, and so FM knows that, and they push mid and get that control. But what that allows Publiclir to do is push the A site through the apartments pretty quickly and get a pick. But they just kind of individual aim duels were lost in that site, and it kind of cost them the round.
Yeah, now opting for Tech 9 armor here on the T side, as they're going to have full loss bonus next round regardless, so that's kind of the idea here. Windansky with 1 as he gets 2 as well. And actually, this is going pretty darn well for the T side. They're able to get 3 frags thus far. Bomb being planted. Lincoln's got an M4 in hand as well. Like I said, they do have armor, but both of them very lit. So they're going to have to get a jump on these players. Neil's coming up from connector. He's got Weber up CT spawn, and they have to play this very coordinated. This nade drops down to 27 HP, and he will lose his life to Weber. Up on balcony, though, is Lincoln, and can Lincoln get it? Wow, Niels, who whiffs the first part of his burst, and I thought that was going to be it for him, but apparently the T having the same issue there.
Yeah, so Lincoln had picked up a flash. I'm guessing he picked it up because I don't think he knew he had it. He could have used that flash to reposition himself inside of the apartments, which is a much better position than that corner. But I just don't think he was aware that he had that flash. So he could have flashed like jungle/stairs and moved. And it probably would have won him the round.
Yeah, definitely some better post-plant positions could have worked out, but always a question in the back of your head how close they are. But like you had stated, that flashbang could have been utilized. Mike S, though, opens up onto Lincoln, as that's a good start of the round for the CT side. Publiclir not able to make anything work as of yet. They've got a couple bomb plants and made things close, but hasn't resulted in a round victory as of yet. So you've got Zitty posted up aggressively inside of window room here, and actually he's going to find Niels and put some decent damage into him, but now obviously the location known. They're going to have these players at bomb site A ready and waiting. Cryptic's looking towards jungle, as the bomb actually positioned on catwalk. They've got experience pushed up near ladder room as well, so got decent control on this T side, but it hasn't resulted in a frag for them as of yet. Just playing pretty passive on the CT side, as it looks like they're going to be executing onto bomb site A. So here we go. Can the CTs hold is the question. With the first frag. Cryptics with a big one. Make it 2 as now will be able to make his way into the bomb site, pick up that bomb as well. 3 CTs left as Zitty trying to find an angle onto the window room. But the issue with this is that he leaves his teammate a little bit out in the open, finally looking to collect inside of this bomb site, as they've got one player in cat. It's going to be Weber, who actually Zitty opens up onto Mike S, but that incendiary actually means that bomb plant stops for a moment. Neil's actually able to open up, and they are going to peek out right as the bomb gets planted. Great work from Niels, as, like we were stating, he has woken up on this CT side.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great player. I mean, I don't even know how to analyze that. It's just great individual play by him. And
he's finding all the right angles at the moment, and making all the right moves, and it's clearly showing as he's finding his way up to the top of the leaderboard. He's on 17, 7, and 14. And even, honestly, the rest of the team that was kind of maybe a little bit quieter on that T side, now opening up a little bit here, and it's definitely good for FM, as that was one of our worries coming into the CT side, as if you can find out where those weak players are playing, definitely for that T side, that kind of creates some new strategies for you. But Zitty is going to be flashing and smoking out mid here, and he's found his way all the way over to bench. Neil's actually opting to get a little bit aggressive here. Zitty sending a nade over, so makes his location known, and actually the return nade does much more to him than what it did to his opponent. But a bomb site underway is the take, and we're completely shut down thus far. Lincoln dropped down to 19 HP. He's not able to get that frag on player underneath the balcony. Zitty actually opens up, though, grabs Niels. So a 2v3 here as the bomb is down, and this is looking quite awkward as Zitty peeks out from catwalk. Webster not able, or Webster. Weber. Jeez, how terrible. I mention the name of some Canadian band. I promise I don't actually listen to that band. It's not, and I brought that up, but Zitty from jungle grabs Cryptics, so creates a 2v2, but they are very, very low. Mike S actually looking for op frag, so this is their opportunity in that they're very low. So he could actually get away with just pistoling these players, but Mike S opting not to go for it. Zitty pushing the smoke, and that's going to be his key to a frag. Weber left in a situation where it's completely doable as, like I was saying, very low HP marks for the T side. Just going to find his way up into CT connector. That grenade comes in, and the trajectory might give a little bit of information away. And that incendiary is going to make way for the first frag to come in, so Lincoln now needs to come up big, but I think he was spotted out here. Weber has the right idea, and fully blind is Lincoln, so he just needs to peek in and get the frag. He does, and the defuse comes in. Beautiful 1v2 from Weber, and once again, not very good post-plant position from Publiclir.
Yeah, actually, that round was very needed for FM. Although that they've been winning all these rounds, 7 in a row, their money is not that great for having that many rounds in a row. It's all come down to a lot of 1v2 situations, 2v2 situations, stuff like that. While Publiclir obviously has their money bonus, so losing another round gets them a ton of money. But that round was actually pretty vital for FM.
Yeah, certainly the last 3 rounds. The last round there was only a 1v1 at the very end. Mike S opens up on the round though. And then 2 rounds before we had a 2v2 and then a 1v1, so certainly very expensive for the CT side like you were stating, and they get an entry frag in this round. Now making his way up catwalk. They've got experience at back mid as well. Opens up onto Mike S. So he gets 1 frag and then goes down in window room. Neil's now trying to get aggressive up on catwalk. He needs to be very careful. His experience is posted up at the bench position. That smoke will cover him off, and if he wants to, will provide some coverage so he can get aggressive towards underpass or something to that effect. But Zitty actually with a big frag coming up a ramp. But Windansky has made his way all the way up into Palace, and this should be a freebie as Zitty comes jumping around the corner. They're actually going to be boosting up into window room as well. So Niels, although he just dropped down in ladder room, had an opportunity there. He did spot off experience. Might be able to grab him as he enters into this bomb site, and he does. So with 2v3 here as Weber drops Downey, and it falls apart, all left in a 1v3. We can see a pause coming in as looks like Cryptic's actually dropped momentarily. So we'll be able to jump back in here, but with 15 seconds in a 1v3, it's looking pretty bleak for him. Let's get the bomb planted, though. He's got players on all angles. If he can get this frag onto... Yeah, he's going to get the first one onto Niels, so now he needs to cut this off once again, and Windansky from a ramp needs to find a frag onto him and then swap over to Weber. Might be able to find it, but no, Windansky gets the better of that exchange, and once again, FM find their way in. Close round, but they're able to squeak out the victory here once again.
Yeah, another close round. If you're in a 1v3 situation like he was, you definitely have to get a pick. You can't just sit back and wait for them to retake on you. So getting that first pick was good. I would like to see him maybe get aggressive on CT spawn. I am not sure exactly how much time he had, but if he was able to get aggressive on CT spawn, where someone's probably rotating, and force that 1v1, and then get it into a 1v1 with the last guy with the bomb, it's almost like a second player for you. That's the only thing that I could have seen that he could have done differently.
Yeah, and I think the issue was that when he did get the bomb down, I think he had 10 to 15 seconds at firebox. So I think that was the main issue. And then there's always kind of that idea in the back of your mind. It's how much time do I allocate to repositioning for a post plant? And it's always a bit of a catch 2020. But here comes an A ramp push, and Cryptic's shutting it down. At least momentarily, Zitty forced to fall back. The bomb has made his way out of connector, so might be able to open something up. But Mike S blinds him from behind. Zitty with the only frag. Make it 2 as they enter into this A bomb site, but he's got 4 HP, and luckily for him, he landed in a location where nade just went off and would have got rid of him. But Mike S with his AWP, just the same, will clean up the round. FM now finding their way to 15 rounds, looking to take this in 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, just solid holds. I mean, they haven't even dropped the round on CT side. Obviously, they picked this map for a reason.
Yeah, they are doing some work here in Publiclir. Like we've been stating, they've found their way into 2v2s and maybe some 1v1s. Zitty now opening up the round, but quickly traded upon by Cryptix, and they're going to be finding their way up through Connector, though. So Mike S goes down. Cryptix with another frag as he goes down thereafter. 2v2 as Niels found a frag onto Experience, and the bomb's still way back at T side of B Apartments. Lincoln, knife out, walking up through Connector here. Won't be finding anybody soon, I don't believe. Weber positioned on Catwalk. Niels actually just hiding out in CT spawn, working a bit of a jump angle, and expecting it to be an A side.
Oh, wow, that timing.
Wow, Lincoln, just, yeah, impeccable timing coming out from Niels, and Fall goes down here. Weber with the right idea does find the headshot. FM Esports is going to close this out 16-9. So that was a hell of a match. Publiclir